Hello and welcome to Awkward Author. My name is Alyssa Grasso and this is my weekly vlog and podcast about my wonderfully awkward author life. So just to warn you guys, all morning here I have been listening to tree cutting going on. Somebody around here is apparently having a tree or a whole forest cut down. I really don't know what's going on, but it's very loud. It was very loud out there. At the moment, it has stopped, so I figured it was a good time to make this, and hopefully it won't be too noisy, or any more noisy than normal. But at any point, it could start back up again. I don't really know if they've totally stopped, or if they were just, cleaning some things up and are going to start again. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it stays quiet. Yeah, move to the country, guys. It's so quiet and peaceful in the country. Anyway, that's just one of those myths I think that people like to spread around. It is anything but quiet here. Now, last week I did share with you my author income report. I had said I was going to share, speaking of quiet, my neighbor's dogs are barking like crazy. I had said I was going to do a book cover reveal last week, and I never did do that. But guess what, guys? This is the week I am going to finally share with you. I'm going to have a dual book cover reveal. I'm going to reveal both the cover of my upcoming thriller novel as well as my upcoming thriller novella, which I'm pretty much going to be putting out at the same time. So I'll have that for you in just a little bit. First, an update on my progress and where I'm at, and hopefully that dog barking is not too annoying. This is my life, guys. Working from home, it's not always the quiet, peaceful thing you might think it would be. My dog's being very good. He's just laying here nice and quiet, but next door, not so much. Anyway, so the past few weeks when I've made these videos, I've been doing really well as far as getting writing done, making progress, sticking to a schedule, and I've fallen off the wagon. It was bound to happen, but actually I have a very good reason, so it's not like I'm slacking off or anything. I did get, I have copy edits back on Girl Most Likely to Succeed. I have some other edits and notes, and so I am moving forward with getting that book ready for publication, and by that I mean editing, revising, whatever you want to call it, pretty heavily, pretty seriously, and I've been working on that, and it takes time. So I'm not getting any writing done right now because I feel like it's a priority to get this editing completed on this book. So I'm pushing ahead with that, and I hope to have that done by the end of this week, if not sooner, probably by the end of this week. Realistically looking at it, I'm a little more than halfway through the book with this round of, going through the edits and stuff, but I think I will be making another pass through it, and maybe even a third pass. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I do want to, once I get all that done, then work on layout and stuff like that, so that I can get some print copies, some print proof copies done, and then go through and look at those. And my timing is impeccable with this book. I guess it's not bad. I had already started to set up the print copy on CreateSpace, for this book, playing really just the cover because I don't have the interior done, but, I just had a dummy interior on there. But, we did learn that CreateSpace is going to be no more. So I've used CreateSpace for all my print books. It's an Amazon company. After, sometime after they started CreateSpace, Amazon also gave the option for people to print books through the Kindle dashboard. So I don't know what they called it, Kindle print or something like that. But they had that going, and then they also had CreateSpace going at the same time. I had already, had CreateSpace, was using that, so I just kept using that. I didn't switch over, and now I have to switch over because Amazon is doing away with CreateSpace, and everything's just going to be through Kindle. Now, I don't think there's anything I really have to do with the books that I already have out there. I think, hopefully, Amazon will seamlessly, roll things over to Kindle, but some things will change. I mean, I didn't use any of the Kindle like cover creation tools or CreateSpace cover creation tools or anything like that. I did everything myself, so I don't think there should be any issue with stuff as long as the trim sizes, the printing is all the same. Everything should be good, but there could be some hiccups with that. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to like abandon what I started on CreateSpace and just start from scratch on Kindle to get the print set up. The other thing that I have done over the past week is starting to set up. This was yesterday, setting up the pre-order pages for the ebook for Girl Most Likely to Succeed. So I have the cover on there, have the description on there. I have a dummy interior because I'm still working on getting, that edited, but at least getting the pre-orders up there, maybe help, get the book, so that it's found by, search engines and whatnot. So just kind of get that established. I haven't done anything to promote it yet or anything like that. Just kind of getting that set up, and I'm not even done because there's always some kind of glitch, right? There's always something that happens. First of all, I couldn't remember even like how to get to upload things on Google Play. Like I had to like Google how to get, log into Google Play to upload stuff, but I did find that. But then the problem I had was with iBooks. So I use iTunes Producer. I have a Mac, so I think you have to have a Mac to use that app. I'm not sure. But anyway, I have the iTunes Producer app. It's on my Mac. I go to log in yesterday, and I get an error message that, and it was a weird error message. It was like, password or username is bad, but it didn't say which one. I mean, and then, because then I was thinking, well, is my username, not my email? Is it something separate than my email? But I think my username is my email as far as I know, but I guess I have a different password than I use for all the other Mac stuff. And, I wound up on some, help forum or whatever, and, people had the same questions, and there really wasn't an answer as to, why they couldn't log in. There's supposed to be some way to do it, which I tried to do, and it didn't work. I ended up on the phone with, support, and, the woman I talked to initially, she just didn't want to help me. I mean, I could tell that because it was like, oh, well, I'm going to transfer over to iBooks. And I'm like, well, I don't think it's an iBooks issue, because even though it's something to upload to iBooks, it's not iBooks. People that are iBooks aren't going to understand the iTunes Producer app issue. Anyway, then I'm on hold for ever, and I was just like, forget it. I got other stuff to do. So I still don't have it on iBooks. Hopefully I can get that figured out. I mean, it's just, I don't know why it isn't working, and hopefully I can get it to work. It's so weird. I mean, I've put books on there before. I've used this before, and now suddenly I can't seem to log in and use it. And I don't know why. It's a Mac app, so why doesn't it work the same as all the other Mac apps? Why do I need to do something separate with the password? I don't understand. That is confusing me. So anyway, Apple, I love you, but sometimes you do some weird things, and this is a weird thing. Anyway, so, just dealing with the ups and downs of technology, which is, it's so great, and it's so wonderful, and it allows us to do many things, but then when things don't work right, it can be very frustrating. And I was just having a frustrating day yesterday. Some other stuff I was trying to do had nothing related to books or anything like that I was having trouble with. So, yeah. It was a typical Monday yesterday. It was, it's Tuesday, so I'm making this, yesterday was Monday. It was very much a Monday living up to its name. Anyway, so I am moving ahead with those projects little by little, and, yeah, it's going to become a book soon. It is, really. And I guess now would be a good time to show you the cover, so I'll probably just bring it up here on the screen, I guess, somehow, and insert this into the video. But I'm going to show you first the cover for Girl Most Likely to Succeed. This is the first one I created, and then kind of created the other one kind of based on that. Well, I'll show you. So, without further ado, here is Girl Most Likely to Succeed. So, this is a psychological thriller, and I looked at I don't know how many psychological thriller covers before coming up with this cover, so I wanted something that really, looked like other books in the genre. I mean, I don't want it to be an exact copy of any other book in the genre, but I wanted to make it pretty clear, what the genre was. Has a little bit of an ominous look to it, I think, but not like, super creepy scary, because it isn't really super creepy scary. And so this is the cover I created. I had a lot of help from my boyfriend who, gave me a lot of feedback and a lot of input on it. And it looks like a very simple cover, I know, but you'd be surprised how many different versions we went through of this cover, just getting some things right, and very subtle things with like leaves and shading and transparency and stuff like that. So getting the colors of the letters just so. So that was most of the versions, were just little tweaks like that. And so this is the cover for Girl Most Likely to Succeed. It will be out in October. And I will have more information for you soon on that. So pretty excited about that. But like I said, this video is a double cover reveal, because I'm also revealing the cover of my novella, which I'm going to be basically putting out right around the same time as Girl Most Likely to Succeed, because I want to use this as a little bit of as something that I can do to promote the book, like, can do some giveaways and things like that with the novella. And so I am going to show you the cover to In the Bag, which is the novella I also have coming out this fall. And so without further ado, here is the cover of In the Bag. So, I mean, as you can see, it's completely different, but at the same time has some of the same elements, and, has a similar feel and similar look, kept, like, fonts the same, kept the idea of the, the gradient there, just, change the color, change, graphics, obviously use different graphics, that, fit the story a little bit better. This one took a lot less time to make, because we'd already kind of figured out something that worked for Girl Most Likely to Succeed, so it was just a matter of kind of changing that up so it would work for this story as well. And so this is the cover of In the Bag, and again, it'll be coming soon. I'll have more details for you on that book, novella, whatever, soon, so, keep watching. I'll update you guys. Yeah, so that is what is going on in my life, in non-writing matters, in the, the great saga of Alyssa's teeth. So when I talked to you, let me think, and I made my video last week, I had lost the temporary crown. We went to the pharmacy, got some stuff to reattach it, which I didn't do a very good job of reattaching the first round, so I had it in for a few hours anyway. I had it in overnight, and then first thing in the morning it came out again. I was like, oh, this is gonna be an ongoing thing. But I actually, that day, that last Wednesday, I did reattach it, and I'm gonna knock on the floor. It has been in since then, so almost a week now. I do go tomorrow to the dentist to hopefully get that permanent one put in, and maybe I won't have to go back to the dentist for a while after that. Maybe I can just have normal teeth for a little while. That would be nice, guys. It would be very, very nice, because this has just been an ongoing thing. I mean, it's been going on since like right around 4th of July, I feel like. So months I've been dealing with this. It's not fun. Anyway, it's not the end of the world, just, annoying. And it'll be nice to be able to put this behind me. Yeah, what else is going on? Not much. Been pretty quiet here. Weather's, well, it's starting to warm up again, but it was pretty cool yesterday, cold and wet. We've had some cold, wet days here. We too have a hurricane that's like headed right now for the Carolinas, so any of you that are in the path of that storm, stay safe. If if you're evacuating, hope everything is well. If you're hunkering down, hope it's not too bad, and hopefully you get through this without too many problems. So thinking of you guys down there. I don't know that we're going to really have too much from this storm, just maybe some more rain, but it's just been a very rainy summer, so we're just kind of continuing with that trend here. I did just, I went on the website, on my library's website, to go put a book on hold, and I noticed that the library, and when I say the library, like the county system that my library is part of, is having they're having, I don't know what they're calling it, like author events at 3 of the libraries in the county. Like, it's a pretty big county, so one's the southern end, one's the central, and one's the northern end. I'm up at the northern end of the county, so it's limited space. I think it's free. You can go and, I guess, like a little book festival, or you could sell your books and meet people. And I generally would say, like, events like that are like, not really worth the time, but it is local. It is, the library. So I did apply for it. Either the northern branch or the central one would be fine for me. So, I don't know. They're on different days, but they're all in November, which is a very busy month for me, but it's a couple hours on a Saturday, basically. So, I'll keep you updated on that if I do, end up getting accepted and going to one of those events. I'll let you know how that goes. But just an in-person event to sell books and, meet readers and things like that, which I've done a lot of those in the past when I was traditionally published. And, they're not like huge money-making opportunities, but it is a good way to get your name out there. You can meet also other writers, which is kind of cool and something interesting. So, I will let you know how that ends up going, if anything ends up happening with that. And my name is Alyssa Grasso. You can find out more about me at my website, alyssagrasso.com, ALISSAGROSSO.com. So be sure to check out my website. Yeah, a free book on there, and possibly I'll have news for you soon on how you can get a free novella, but more on that in a bit. So stay cool, guys, keep it awkward. I'll see you next week.